Alright, so we're back in here with the CJ5. We got more parts in. I got what I thought at the time was enough parts to do the rear brakes. I was sadly mistaken, because when the gentleman that I bought this Jeep from, or possibly the guy that he bought it from, whichever one, I decided to strip the rear axle of all its brake components, I didn't realize that they had also taken some things that you can't buy in kits and whatnot. So I went over to the parts store, and by the way, let me do a shout out to Napa, because family has let me down, friends have let me down, women have let me down. Napa has yet to let me down. Napa does me right almost every time. If they don't have it on the shelf, they can order it. So thank you, Napa, for being something that I can rely on when nothing else carries through. Anyway, I go over to Napa. So I get my spring kit for both drums. Got that. Got the new drum, which is in this box. Got the shoes right there. Got some brake lines so I can fix the line that runs to the wheel cylinders. Got our wheel cylinders, that's what these are. Got, what's this? So got some new ones of these because they were missing. Napa had this on the shelf, these master cylinder links. That's crazy. Alright, so they got that. So I was missing those on one side, so we got those. Here's our other wheel cylinder. I had to order some crap online because, like, this piece, which is like a, I can't remember what they actually called it. It's like a stabilizer bracket or something. It goes up here on this pin over the top of the shoes when they're on there. You put this there, and then you hook your springs. So that piece was missing. Alright, so we got that. You need 2 of those. Ended up with 4 of them because another company that I bought something from, I tried to cancel the order. They wouldn't let me cancel the order. They claimed they canceled the order. Then they resent me these that I already sent. So they sent me 4 of them because they have no idea what they're doing. And they still sent me the thing that I tried to cancel. So that's nice. This Napa had on the shelf. This is the parking brake master kit. So this comes with your shoe adjuster. It comes with the pivot arm, the cable, all this stuff that you need to hook up your parking brake. Alright, because all them pieces were missing. Every single one of them. So, I've got almost everything I need to start reassembling the rear brakes, except for, there's a stabilizer bar that is missing, that goes right here, runs between the shoes. So you got a shoe here and here, it runs in between, it's missing. And then there's a lever that actually actuates the parking brake, it was missing. Well, they make this bar, it's like $6. They don't make the lever. They used to, they don't. Now all they make is the lever for the 11-inch drum brake on an AMC 20. So, I go on eBay, there's a guy up in New York that's got these levers and those stabilizer bars I'm talking about that you can buy for $6. He wants $115 for these 4 items. So I write the gentleman and I'm like, listen buddy, you can buy 2 of those things for $12, and all I need is the parking brake arm. Will you sell me the arms? His response was, you cannot buy the stabilizer bars anywhere new production. So I screenshotted the place where I bought mine from. I'm like, well, here they are right here. You can actually buy them on Amazon. You can buy them on Amazon. You can buy them Quadratech. You can buy them from 4-wheel drive parts. You can buy them from, they're on eBay also, new. So why I don't know why he's making this harsh stance about that. But anyway, finally worked out a deal where I paid dramatically too much for those parking brake lever arms because nobody else has them. And even if I don't hook up the parking brake, they need to be in there because they interact with other things that matter. So So that should be coming if that guy bothers to ship those. So we don't know. He still hasn't shipped them yet. So hopefully he'll ship them here, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, something like that. I should have everything else that I need to put these brakes on. So while we're waiting on that, we got the fender flares in. So I put these two fender flares on. And you're probably thinking, like, why'd you do that? I thought you were going to paint it right, Clay Traveler. Well, I changed my mind. I'm not painting it now. And it's not because I don't want to. It's because I don't want to, because it's going to be a hassle. I would like it to be a different color, but I just don't feel like going through the hassle of, taking this dash panel off, painting it, all this shit. I don't want to, so I'm not. So instead I just put the fender flares on, and it's amazing how much better the Jeep's already looking. Got the fender flares on. I got my headlight bezels that I paid dramatically too much for, that I tried to cancel the order because I bought them somewhere else. So now I got 2 sets, and I got to send 1 set back. But either way, we got those on there. We got the new marker lights. So the front of the Jeep looks a whole lot better. Fender flares where it's supposed to be. There was a bunch of complaints about these fender flares, about the hardware that they come with to hook them up is no good, and they won't hold it tight to the body and all this. And I don't know what they're talking about, because they go on like pretty damn flawlessly. Like, it can't get no tighter to the body than that. So far I'm really happy with them. My fenders are a little janky in the front, so they don't fit exactly perfect, but that's not the fender flares' fault. What else do we got here? I'm going to put these fender flares on. I didn't want to show you all 4, but I thought once I figured out if they go on the way I wanted them to go or not, then we can put one on together if you'd like. You can hear me cuss and carry on. I even spray painted the master cylinder for fun. Okay. Even spray painted my new bracket. So that's fancy. So as soon as we get those other brake lines in, we can do that. Now, one of my commenters on the last video says that the the brake lights run through this switch here. I don't have any reason to know if that's right or not. He says it, I believe it, because I don't know much about AMCs, right? I'm a Willys man. So we're gonna have to figure that out, because this isn't gonna work. I don't know. It's still engaging and stuff. It might just be dirty, the relays in there. I don't know. But we're gonna have to figure that out. I've come to the conclusion that this Jeep was originally a Laredo, because based off of my reading, okay, Laredos came standard with a tachometer and a clock. Well, this one has a clock and a tachometer. Well, it's got the spot for the tach and the clock. The clock, that should be the clock right there, and beside it is the tach. The tach's been taken out. And Laredo's had this back dash pad decorative thing. Renegade, you could get a tach and a clock, but it wasn't standard. So I believe that this would have been a Laredo. So, which is kind of nifty. So we're going to see about putting this other fender flare on, see if we can enjoy ourselves. The back one was a little bit more of a pain than the front one, just because of the way it's shaped. And this thing is leaking brake fluid everywhere, which is awesome. So, but there's no reason to worry about that until we get the parts to make the drums work back here. There's no reason to get emotional about that. So, let's get this, get you set up where you might could see something. And we'll slam this other fender flare on for giggles. It actually goes pretty easily once you get it started. So, and these are directional, so if you get a set of these, pay attention to which ones you're putting on, because they do have a left and a right side. Because you've actually got a different swoop at the end of the flare that goes in the back for this body line right here. So let's see about putting this sucker on. I'm telling you, we get these on here, we get some decent looking tires of some kind on here. We're gonna get some orange paint, touch up the paint. Since we're not painting it, we're just gonna touch up, get it close enough for government work. Then we're gonna send it real good. What I found is you take your screw here and get one started through the back, slip this, and you've got these little plastic pieces that go on the inside of the fender flare, sucks it up against the body. You put one of those on, get this started where it'll go over the top of this. Take your plastic piece, you slip it on the inside of that fender flare. Come on, go to your home. Go to your home. There you go. Use your head to hold this. Once you get one started, it holds itself into place, so it becomes a lot easier to mount the next one and the next one. You want it tight as Dick's hat band because you don't want it coming off. It's science. All right, just trust me. All right. Let's see what I do with my screws. Right here. Basically, you just do this. It's not a whole lot to it. Anybody can do this. And it makes your Jeep look a hell of a lot better. Makes it look like the day it rolled out of the factory at AMC, you know. But it's... once I get these parts in, it should roll fairly quickly. It shouldn't take too long. I'm worried about these brake light situation, the blinkers now, because if that really runs through that switch, then it's gonna suck, and it's not gonna suck in a good way either. It's gonna suck in a bad way, so. Fortunately, the person before me didn't fill all the holes where these fender flares attach, which is about the only decent thing they did. Now, they took all of them off and they did this high quality paint job on it. They took all my lights and all kinds of crap and just threw them away along with my brake drums, or the one brake drum, so they did me dirty in that regard, but the holes are still there, so we can be thankful for that. Like I say, this isn't very exciting. I may not even show you putting on the one in the front. I'll just show what it looks like when they're all four on there, because this isn't exactly high value entertainment here. Nothing like getting a cramp in your chest. That hurts a heart attack. It's one or the other. I don't know. It's one or the other. It's alright. It's okay. CJ5. Coming, Elizabeth. I'm coming. Alright. And there you go. That's one Fender flare installed. Looks a whole hell of a lot better with the flare on it than it does without it. Just take a look at that. Fits on there good. $1,000,000. You just added $4,000 of value to your AMC right there. $4,000, easy. Maybe more, maybe like $4,500. I managed to get this crap checked around in here. Now, this fender's mangled up, so I don't know how well this one's gonna fit on here at all. But we're gonna make it fit, I can tell you that. It may not want to, but it's gonna. This ain't a democracy here at Red Clay Traveler, okay? It doesn't get a say. We're gonna spike it on there, whether it wants it or not. I'm gonna have to persuade this section down here a little bit with a hammer, which I had one somewhere. I have to persuade that section. You just do it like a professional body. Yeah, professional. Looks like it's been at the Foos shop, you know, like it's professional. And it is an AMC, so might as well do it right if you're going to do it at all. You know. Well, it's finally on there. Like I say, this fender is boogered up, so it won't pull up perfect. Not the fender flare's fault, it's the fender's fault. But it's good enough. Alright, it's good enough for government work. So that's all 4 fender flares put on this sucker. Took way longer than it should have, but that fender is kind of mangled over there, so worse than it actually appears. So there's that fender flare in that one. Once we get the brakes on this sucker and everything, we'll take it out, give it a bath. I'm going to paint the inside of the floor in here black or rhino lining, one or the other. Touch up this orange paint a little bit. Get all the lights working, and then we'll be cruising. We'll be ready to go up into the mountains, run over Sasquatch with it, whatever we got to do. Whatever has to be done. Yeah. So, not a whole lot of excitement. Just a little bit of action here, putting this stuff on here. I've got, like I say, I would start doing these brakes, but I've got to have this piece that I'm missing before I can start it. I even broke down and bought one of the spring tools so that I don't have to struggle as much when I'm doing the springs. I've only needed one of these my entire life, and now I finally broke down and bought one. So it makes it so much easier to put a spring on or anything. So that'll make a big difference. I can go ahead and mount the wheel cylinders back here. I was going to clean this up a little bit. I did some. I don't really care, so I'm probably just going to leave it like it is. But yeah, I guess we could go ahead and mount the wheel cylinders. Nothing special here, just putting the wheel cylinder on, so. Yeah, there's a little bit of light. Like I say, we're not doing nothing too fancy here anyway. We're just putting in this cylinder. Plungers are the links that these things right here that go in here. I think you're actually supposed to kind of lube this. I don't know, this whole brake system is inherently complicated for no good reason. Thank you, AMC. Making things complicated for no reason. That side's set. So once we get the parts, we should be able to slam this together. There's a gal on there that's got a pretty good video showing how to do it. So I'm going to watch that several times before I actually attempt to do it, because this is much different setup than my Willys brakes that I'm used to. And then I will attempt to film it when I do it, so then there'll be a couple videos of guys struggling to put these horrible design brakes on. But regardless, until next time, until the next video, I hope you enjoy this, and as I get more parts, you'll get more videos. So, It's Regulate Traveler signing out. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button. You're going to have more content coming your way. There's going to be more videos coming your way. There's going to be maybe more channels coming your way than we've already discussed, but we'll save that for a future note. Have a pleasant tomorrow. And remember, AMC, Willie's Jeep, get it. All right? Yeah.